Hello, this is Mrs. Hawk here to explain real quickly how to use Mrs. Hawk's online resources. They're there for you and you should know how to use them. We'll talk a little bit about the biology website and the physical science website. So first I'm going to start just by clicking on the physical science website, and there are resources, calendar, information about Mrs. Hawk, and website help, a link to curriculum, which might be helpful if you are looking for the details about the organization, which would probably be most used by teachers from outside of the school district. And then the last one is a link there to the La Crescent School District website. Clicking over here on biology, you'll find the same list across the top. And this is where we're going to focus on the resources within the website that you might find helpful. There is quite a significant amount of information in here, and we are going to begin first with the cell division unit. Every unit has a web page associated with it. So when we go to the cell division web page, there is first of all a slideshow that is posted normally in my classroom as students walk in at the beginning of every class period. And what they would see if this was day number 1 of the unit, they would see a question up there or some sort of directions to start the day, and then what it is we're going to be doing in the class and what their homework is. Along the side over here are the notes that we're going to take throughout the unit. They're there in case somebody is absent or needs to reorganize their notes because it just wasn't working out so well that day. Down here is a link to Skyward, access to Google Classroom, CK12, which I'll talk about in a different video, and some Kia practice. Kia is a website that will give drill and practice to our students, and I have a few things that are listed there. And an access here then for Mrs. Hawk or emailing Mrs. Kreitzman, the other biology teacher. Underneath here is a list of resources, websites mostly, that we use either in class, or you might find something helpful there in terms of study strategies. And one thing I'd like to open up is right up here at the top, there is a planner or some kind of a notes. And this is a resource that some students had asked for to have electronically, and it is the front page of every packet. Every unit comes with a packet, and this is the electronic version of that packet, which allows you to be able to type in notes if you'd like to type in notes, add things to the bottom of it. You will get a version where you can make a copy of it so that you can have it as your own. Across the top, the website, there is not just the units of study, there's also a calendar. The calendar I use just to put on the basic topic for that day. And it's very easy to change, and I sometimes need to change based on whether or not we are ready for the plan that I have in place or not ready for the plan that I have in place. And the next link is to an information page about me and who I am, and course expectations is also on this page. So I'd like to click on the course expectations, excuse me, which is a document that I use for all the classes. And it lists here the school supplies that are needed in class every day, what kinds of resources are available. So again, links to both of those resources. And how things are going to function in class, the difference between assignments and tests and quizzes. Assignments are practice, tests and quizzes are more heavily graded than assignments are. Electronic devices are useful, can be tools or toys, depending upon what we are doing that particular day. Attendance is important in class, and it's your responsibility to make up things that you are going to be missing in class. And sometimes that is really, really challenging in a lab-based class like biology or physical science. And then down below that is the grading scale, including a description of work and what the letter grades are to get those particular grades. The challenge. This class might be challenging. So what are some things that you might be able to do in order to get some extra practice? What kinds of resources might you need to access to be able to get some extra help? And then the last link that I'd like to talk about on the webpage is online resources. And the online resources has a link to the video that you're going to be watching here in a little bit, and on how to use the online textbook. I hope that having access to some of these resources gives you an idea as to how much information there is right on the website.